Testing. Check. 1. Help. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check. Help. Help. Wait. I had my guest on there, but we're not announcing the guest yet, so it was an anticlimactic thing. But hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to Henry's Kitchen. Welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be making a delicious dish called the Smash Burger. It's all the rage right now, and it was suggested to be by our guest today, Chef Reactions. You might know Chef Reactions as Chef Reactions on various social media, TikTok, Instagram. It's at Chef Reactions. I don't know if you put the .com at the end. Munch Hotel says, hey, look, it's the host of Henry's Kitchen. That's right. Kurt Cocaine says, fun fact, Henry only cooked a burger once, and that was a homemade Big Mac. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with this particular recipe, but we're going to talk about it. And I also I want to give a big shout out and a thank you to one of our users out there, Fat Honger. Fat Honger contributed this beautiful background. I think it's the coast in Australia. It looks a little bit like the last scene of Planet of the Apes, but I believe that was very specifically the West Coast. We have a lot to cover today. I'm just going to do a quick shout out song because Fitch and Hat, otherwise known as Phaedrus, on the Discord wanted to have a birthday shout out for his mom who just turned 80. Her name's Vicky. And Duza gave us a cool background. And we're going to use this. Going to put the reverb on. Real quick song here. Fitch and Hat, thanks for all that you do. AKA Phaedrus. This is a Jose Suicidio number called Nobody's Birthday. Do we have, okay. It's nobody's birthday. No need for candles on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. And I don't mean to be picky, but it's nobody's birthday but Vicky. Okay, happy birthday, Vicky. Thank you, Fitch and Hat, for all that you do. And thanks, everybody. Real quick shout out. We've got a lot of alerts here to get through. I want to say thanks to Midnight Faded, for cheering, and it says, what are bits anyway? Bits of food? I don't know what bits are. I hope you enjoy your bits. Matt Dunno, thanks for resubscribing. And it says, finally, my sub can vote and enlist. Yeah, 18 months. Can you vote at 18 months? Jay Vergs resubscribed for 3 months. Love a fat hunger. And Dr. Doobs McGee resubscribed and says, let's see how Smashburger goes. DD Starpeak cheered. Bert Bufftug, our old friend Bert Bufftug, says, another Henry's Kitchen stream. Truly we are blessed. Please accept my apologies for going MIA. That's okay. Hank Boozle has resubscribed. Happy 2 years and a couple days. Thanks. RE Cake 7. Hope you're having a good day too. 10 Carl resubscribed. 21 months. And Thitch and Hat gifted 10 tier 1 subs. Wow, that's very generous of you, Thitch and Hat. Our sub count is doing great at 556 subscribers. We had a wonderful anniversary time, and now we're moving into the 3rd year here. Also, it looks like Crowbloons has resubscribed for 20 months. Nice. Okay, everybody. Now for the moment of truth. We're going to try to get to our guest. Here, I'm going to... This part's always terrifying because there's some type of technical issues that sometimes come up, but hopefully I'm getting better at it. And without further ado, and there's been a lot of ado so far even, we're going to bring our guest on. Everybody, please welcome... Well, wait, now why do I not see it? Chef Reactions. Hope this works. Chef Reactions, do you hear me? Okay, wait a second here. I know we've done this before. Hold on.
Help.
Do you hear me now?
Help. Help.
Is that an echo or is that a...
Help. We're good, Henry. They can hear me.
Okay, but are you going to echo?
Am I echoing? Chat, am I echoing? Confirm or deny.
I guess if you don't mind, just don't say anything repeated, and that way if something does repeat, I'll know.
No echo according to the chat.
Just make every sentence unique. Okay.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
Yeah. Do you guys hear? So everybody's good. It's just, I don't believe it. Okay, well, I think we're good. It seems too easy. Like, it seems like maybe that's part of the problem with my life is that I always assume everything's going to go wrong, and when it goes well, I freak out.
I mean, it did go wrong a little bit at the beginning.
It did, yeah. Okay, I'll take that. I'll accept that was probably the problem, the thing that went wrong. Okay, well, it looks like we're here with Chef Reactions. What's new?
Not a whole hell of a lot, Henry. I'm excited for this smash burger. I did want to say happy birthday, Vicky, as well. I wanted to make sure I got that out there for Vicky's birthday.
Yes, 80 years old. We span a lot of generations here in terms of users.
Jesus Christ.
An 80-year-old user of the platform.
Happy birthday, Vicky. Celebrate it like it's your last, cuz.
Yeah, well, that's what I always do. So you suggested for me to make this thing called the smash burger, and you do have your finger on the proverbial pulse of the culinary internet world. What is special about this?
I mean, they're everywhere now. There are people who devote their entire lives to perfecting the smash burger, and they're fucking everywhere, Henry. So I wanted to know how you, a talented chef, would prepare a smash burger? I'm very curious.
Okay, well, I found quite a few recipes here. This one it comes from one called carnalknowledge.com. And it says here, I'm going to show you how to make the best fucking homemade smash burgers. Sorry about the language, guys. That's not me saying it. That's this person from Carnal Knowledge. If I were to open a small
Cardinal
restaurant
knowledge.
or a fucking food truck, this guy uses the F word like it's saying or something. It would be
That's
centered
how I do it too,
around
though.
burgers. Yeah. I literally love burgers so much, it's not even fucking funny, guys. Seriously, I have a problem. I fucking love burgers more than anything else. Seriously. There's just handfuls of perfection. They hit every textural note I'm craving. If I go to a restaurant, the first area I scan is the burger selection. And I'm going to interrupt this guy for a second and say, chef to chef. I'm starving right now. I'm just going to say that. And I've always heard that you're not supposed to cook when you're hungry. Do you agree?
I mean, as a professional chef, I've never cooked on a full stomach ever in my fucking life. So,
okay.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Like I never ate while I was at work. I don't know about other people who worked in kitchens, but I very rarely ate while I was at work.
I guess the logic behind it would be that you're more inclined to take food from the dish that you're making and consume it.
I guess like it's kind of like I go by the advice: don't go grocery shopping when you're stoned, because then you just want to fucking buy everything, right? As opposed to like if you go in there level-headed, clear eyes, full hearts can't lose. You're not going to be buying all the various junk foods that I always end up buying.
What about cooking at a restaurant while you're stoned? Does that happen?
I don't I don't recommend it. I was never one for it because it severely impacts my motor skills. But I've worked with line cooks that could only work while stoned, and while stoned they were incredible line cooks. Other people like I don't know, never worked for me though.
Yeah, well, my mind tends to work on the slow side anyway without the help of marijuana. So I would think it would be twice as bad. But I will say that sometimes two negatives cancel and make a positive. So maybe if I were stoned, it would cancel out my general slowness and I'd be like some kind of awesome, productive worker or something.
There's only one way to find out. That sounds like a science experiment to me.
Yeah. Kurt Cocaine says, tell me about it. Last time I went to a store stoned, I bought a cash register. Wow.
See?
Do they even sell those?
It's a gateway drug.
K-Time Pieces says, I think Anthony Bourdain wrote like a whole book about working on substances. You mean, okay, there's one of those dangling modifiers there. So he wrote a whole book about working. Was he on substances while he was writing the book? That's the confusion there. I think Anthony Bourdain wrote a whole book about working on substances. So he wrote it about working while he was on substances. But anyway, I appreciate that contribution. Everyone type Forsen says, can you guys chill with the F words? I'm watching with my grandma and my kid, and now my grandma is swearing like a sailor. Yeah, well, there is
I'll get your kid to start swearing too then, even it out.
Yeah, there is a thing where grandmas will tend to imitate whatever it is they're watching on TV. They'll also imitate the other people in the family, you know. So you have to be careful. If you're an adult in your own household and you know burn your finger or something and you say fuck, your grandma, if she's watching, she will start replicating that behavior and then she'll take it out into the public. And if she's like, you know, at a nursing home or something and she starts saying it, it's gonna reflect on you.
So Henry, quick story.
Yeah.
I take care of and live with my 89 soon to be 90-year-old grandmother.
Oh.
And she watches my videos even though she doesn't speak English really. And one day I went upstairs to check on her and she says, why are you always saying fuck, 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 fuck? And I could not stop laughing hearing her say fuck in her broken English accent for the first time ever in my life. I almost died. It was hilarious. I'm gonna try to get her to do it on camera. But
yeah, no, if I, 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 if if I am lucky enough to live that long, I'll be saying fuck all the time, and I just hope that word still carries the same weight because it's there's few things that are more hilarious than a grandpa maybe, but a grandma even. That just sounds awesome. If you can get a video next time,
I'm gonna try to do it for
and
sure.
yeah. Okay, well, we got a lot of work to do. It's already 11:15. I want to have this thing wrapped up by 45 minutes from now. So we're going to skip through a
Good
lot
luck.
of
All right, let's move.
the bullshit that carnal knowledge was trying to talk about. I mean, it literally goes on for pages and pages and pages. But I'm going to post the handy...
What's with food blogs when you fucking go to click on a recipe? There's like, it's like 8 paragraphs of like, well,
I know, do they get paid?
when I was growing up,
I think they get paid by the word or something.
it's ridiculous. Just show me the goddamn recipe. Like, I don't need to know the backstory for, mixing Cool Whip and fucking Jello and putting
Yeah.
it together. Like, just get on with it.
Yeah, no, I mean, if everything was you get paid by the word, we'd all be just wasting so much time. Okay, so here we go. The best homemade smash burgers. We're gonna find out. The ingredients we need. I'm gonna run through real quick. This is already gonna be an hour, but
Jesus
we've
Christ,
got some
look at
butter, some Worcestershire sauce. We've got
What?
I couldn't find fish sauce, so I have oyster sauce.
that. I'm sure it's from the ocean.
I mean, oysters are fish, kind of, anyway.
Ish, yeah.
A few dashes of liquid smoke. I had never heard of that, but we have that. The star of our show, our ground chuck. I bought a pound. Is that going to cover it for one burger?
Oh, yeah. You'll be.
Okay.
For smash burger, yeah.
Pepper and salt. Cheese, or for our French people, this is some cheddar chaise. And
Chaise.
then we have brioche buns. This is some buns that I had in my freezer called Artigiano. That sounds Italian.
Oh,
Yeah. And then we've got, it says toppings, so I have some, I love this horseradish stuff. So I'm going to try that. And then for our burger sauce, we've got a 1/4 cup mayo. This is a weird mayo thing I bought when we were doing a recipe a little while. I think it was mochi or something, but this is Japanese mayo. It comes in a flattened. This thing looks like it's been smashed to get ready for the smash burger recipe. And by the way,
that is the best mayo, though. It is the best mayo.
yeah, and by the way, they smashed a croissant. I did a flat croissant recently. So is that the big secret to these TikTok videos? Everybody's just smashing whatever food has already been around.
They're just fucking smashing everything.
I guess
Smashing them
I guess
together.
it means you can fit more of them in your stomach if you smash them. I don't know how that works, but
It's still the same,
yeah, it's the same density, I guess. It's just
right? Volume.
spicy brown mustard, garlic cloves, white vinegar, which is the same stuff you use to clean your dishwasher or something. You clean products with it. Stoked Pampika, which I have. It's one of my favorites,
Classic.
probably.
Yeah.
And then I've got also some cayenne pepper to taste, which means that you keep putting it in there until you can taste it, I guess. And then a pinch of sugar. And that should do it.
I do notice, Henry, some liquid smoke back there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you a piece of advice. Just omit that from this recipe and perhaps your life in general.
Really? So even though
I
carnal
hate that
knowledge
shit.
guy says we should do it, huh? So what is it?
I mean, to each their own. I don't like it.
Okay.
It makes everything taste like an ashtray.
Is it the same thing when you go to a rock concert and is that liquid smoke that they're putting?
No,
on
that's
the
smoke
stage?
on the water. That's what you're thinking.
Oh.
Smoke on the water.
I get them confused. All right. Hank
Yeah.
Boozle here wants to chime in and say, Grandma Fuxin. That's probably a reference to something we were talking about earlier. Parasitosis says smoke captured into water, and it's garbo. Okay, garbo is all I need to hear. We're done. We're not using liquid smoke. We'll put this away.
Hell yeah.
And I do. You know what? I forgot.
That's a small victory.
We did a recipe with fish sauce, and I have fish sauce. So I'm going to put the oyster smoke away. Or oyster sauce, not oyster smoke.
I would try oyster smoke, probably.
Oyster. I wonder if anybody smokes oysters. Probably really bored people.
Smokesters? Smoked oysters are a thing.
I feel like in...
They definitely are a thing.
On the shore in New Jersey, they do that. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to start by moving all of our stuff sort of out of the way. I'm going to try not to rely... And Chef Reactions, you agree with me, I think, right? That these types of things are for amateurs. When you see like 1 cup, 1/4 cup. I mean, after you've been doing it long enough, you can kind of eyeball it, right?
I mean, depending on what it is. For baking, I always suggest using exact measurements. Definitely.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But like, I mean, like, what are you making the sauce? Are you starting off with the sauce?
Well, you know, if it says, for example,
what's the thought process
1
here?
tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce.
Going into what exactly? Is this for the sauce or is this for the burgers?
Bowl, going into our burger mixture.
Okay. See, for a smash burger, for me, all you need is beef. Beef seasoned with salt and pepper.
Okay, well, we have...
Personally, but I mean...
Probably way
I was always
shit.
told once you start mixing a bunch of shit into it, you're making fucking meatloaf, not hamburgers.
That makes sense, because we did make meatloaf here, and it was all the same stuff. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Munch Hotel says, can I use tuna runoff as the fish sauce? Probably.
Tuna runoff?
Cool Bob 44 says, can you turn an oyster into a bong? Probably. There's a lot of real smart
for sure
students out there that can do that stuff. Okay, here we go. We're going to move all of this out of the way. We had a counter space issue last time, and I'm hoping we don't get too much of that again. It says... mix all ingredients for the burger sauce. Okay, so what's the burger sauce? The burger sauce is 1/4 cup mayo. So let's grab our mayo. We're already jumping in here. Here we go. 1/4 cup. That's this thing, right? Oh, by
even
the way,
I wouldn't even measure that, Henry. Sorry to interrupt you. My apologies.
Yeah, I don't think I need to measure this.
You're just dirtying up a measuring cup.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, I'm following the chat. By the way, I'm watching. They're asking if I'm following. I got my eyes everywhere.
Okay, good. Let me know if it's anything pressing. But right here, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. It says yields 4 to 6 servings. So to me, that means the exact number in between 5 servings. That's way too many. Yeah. I'm gonna divide 2 servings would be good for me. I'm gonna divide everything by 2/5. So
okay.
Let's start with, for our burger sauce. Computer, what's 2/5 of 1/4 cup?
0.4 quarter cups is 1.6 tablespoons.
Computer, volume 10. 1.6 tablespoons. So I'm going to switch over to the tablespoons here. Computer, can you repeat that?
Sorry, there is nothing to repeat.
Computer, what is
like,
2/5
I don't know what the
quarter?
fuck you're talking about.
2/5 of 1/4 is 0.1.
Computer, what is 2/5 of 1/4 cup?
The answer to your question is 0.1.
Fuck you. Sorry, I don't want to. It gave the answer, it didn't repeat it, and then it started not giving the answer again. But I think it said, do we remember? Did it say 1 tablespoon? I'm just going to use my knowledge here. A quarter of a cup of ketchup. I'm going to go roughly 1.5 tablespoons. All right, here we go.
Watch you don't break that bowl, Henry. Holy fuck.
Oh shit, I grabbed a paper towel I was using as a snot rag to put my... I gotta make sure I don't use that again. I gotta use the 2/2.
You're hired at TGI Fridays. You just passed the fucking entrance exam.
Oh man. Okay, quarter cup spicy brown. Yeah, I'm gonna guesstimate this stuff here. Spicy brown mustard. We've done this. Fuck.
Mustard farts. Classic.
I think this has had it. I think we're done with the mustard.
Yeah, painting the side of the bowls with that one.
It wants us to mix our cloves, to mince our cloves. So I'm just going to grab a knife, and I've got a new...
What I would recommend, Henry, do you have a microplane by any chance?
A microplane? What is that?
It's like a very fine, small grater.
I think
I'm going to assume no. I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I'm just going to assume that you don't. For those of you at home, if microplane the mustard, you motherfuckers. Yeah, that could work. That'll work.
Yeah, I also
so instead of chopping your garlic,
a flame retardant glove here that we're going to be using in case there's any close flames. But are you saying rub the garlic on that?
I'm saying peel it first. Definitely peel it first.
Okay.
1000% peel it first.
Well, I gotta
and then, yes, you can grate the garlic as opposed to chopping it up.
Okay.
For this application, it would be ideal. Oh, my God.
Oh, this is a real tough one. It's not... it's not fresh, I guess. Okay, so you grate this in there.
Hi, Lee, by the way, in the chat. There you go. Did you peel it? You peeled that shit, right? It's on the bottom. It's stuck to the... If you turn it over, see that? There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I think
now you're not going to get big chunks of garlic in your burger sauce. Like if you're cooking with garlic, sometimes that application is not great because you might want a larger piece of garlic or a larger cut when you're cutting it up. So not always the best application, but a good application for it.
Okay, yeah, I like that. That actually was a lot easier than using my mincer. Computer, how much is 2/5 of a tablespoon of white vinegar?
This fucking computer's gonna melt.
A tablespoon of white vinegar weighs about 0.21 ounces.
I didn't ask how much it weighed. Computer, how many teaspoons is 2/5 of 1 tablespoon?
0.4 tablespoons is 1.2 teaspoons.
1.2 teaspoons. Okay, so now we're doing our vinegar.
Chef Reactions is a real good cooking explain. I'm not that great at explaining cooking, actually. I'm a lot better at showing.
So we're actually going to do one... computer, what is 2/5 of 1/8 of a teaspoon?
0.125 teaspoons is about 0.0417 tablespoons.
0.0417. I've been doing this long enough that I can pretty much tell you that that's correct.
Accurate? Yeah, no. Chef to chef, I agree.
When it's fragrant like it is, you can smell it. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
There's salt. I'm gonna use one of my baby whiskers. I should have a baby one. Yeah, here it is.
Computer, how long has it taken Henry to get to this point of this fucking recipe?
By the way, if anybody wants to check on my cat roast beef, well, we have his ass.
Oh, let's go. Roast beef ass shots.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that camera angle at some point. But
That's
anyway,
that's on roast beef's OnlyFans only.
this is our burger sauce, and it actually looks pretty good. So now it's the first paragraph says, mix all the burger juice in another bowl. We're gonna add.
It's so fucking small.
Okay, so that's that, and we're gonna put that in the fridge. So next,
Henry,
up, yeah.
can I ask you something, Henry? What are you planning on cooking these on?
I have this thing. It's a grill pan. It's
Might I suggest we start preheating that?
Okay, I'll do that now. It's gonna start making a little noise, but good call, good call. Okay, in another one, in another bowl, add the beef. See, I already am running out of frickin' room here, man.
Yeah.
So this is 1 pound. I'm gonna
Was that
get
not
about,
flat? I didn't even see it. Henry,
What?
that thing that you're cooking, did it have like ridges in it?
Yeah.
That's not going to be great. I didn't notice that quite.
No?
That's
I thought that would make it like a
You know
grill.
what? You got to do what you got to do.
No, you know what?
If you don't have anything flat, well, we'll see how it turns out. I'm sure it'll be.
No, I've got this.
I'm sure.
This is a
do you
badass
got?
piece of equipment. This is just a pan. Should I use
Let's
it?
do that. Let's
Okay.
let's get that preheated.
I thought this thing was going to be impressive. I made waffles on it once.
Yeah, but the idea with the smash burger is like you want to really maximize the surface to surface contact between the beef and your cooking surface to get
Okay,
a
got it.
good sear on that.
Okay, next up we've got 2/5 of a pound of this. So I'm going to just estimate. I'll get basically that. That looks like about 2/5, I think. So, in another medium-sized bowl, add the beef, pour the burger juice. So this isn't even the burger sauce now, this is the burger juice. And this is gonna say, for the burger juice, we need a stick of butter melted, or half a stick. I've got this butter here.
What?
No?
You're making the burger patties, Henry? You don't need to add anything to the burger patties.
Are you
Salt
sure?
and pepper. That's it. I am 100%
This guy
sure.
swears that we need a stick of butter. He said we need the
That guy's a
what about
fucking idiot.
Worcestershire sauce.
No, we're not making meatloaf. We're making smash burgers.
No fish sauce either?
I mean, look, you can put whatever the fuck you want in there. Let's be honest. But at the end of the day, like the best smash burgers are just beef, salt and pepper.
Okay, very interesting. All right, well, I'll do salt and pepper at least. No stoked Pampika?
You know what? For the sake of it, wouldn't be a Henry's Kitchen recipe without some stoked Pampika.
I'll do
so
a
like,
little bit of
fucking
this. And this is also going to
stoke it up, my man.
Yeah, this stuff really smells so good. It's definitely
For
my
sure.
favorite spice. Let's do a little bit of pepper and some salt. And then
How many
now,
times have I been compared to Dave Attell? A lot. I'm just answering a question in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah,
I also get Jeff Goldblum
there's a
or
Kate-
Chef Goldblum.
Chef Goldblum.
I get called Chef Goldblum a lot.
That's good. I like that. Okay, so it says pour the juice into the beef. We're not doing that. Gently break it up with your hands. Don't overwork your meat. Be very gentle with it. What the hell do they think we're doing here? Once it's thoroughly mixed, scoop into 3 to 4 ounce sized balls.
3.
Cover the burger balls with plastic wrap. Refrigerate for 3 days.
Oh, fuck.
No, fuck. We're not going to do that. Okay, hold on. I think basically all they're looking for here is for me to take... I'm going to get a piece of parchment. And I'm going to make these into balls. And I have a lot of
Correct. Do you have
experience
a-
making foods that are shaped like balls. We made teriyaki octopus balls.
Yeah.
I did falafels. I did chocolate. What was the one I did for Valentine's Day? The baby cakes cake pop maker. Cake pops.
The baby cake.
Here we go. All right, so I'm just going to start working my meat.
You don't need to work it too much. You want to get that stoked Pampika in there for sure, but other than that, you don't want to work it too much. How are you just going to eyeball
The size of the balls?
the size of the balls? Yeah.
I think so. I mean, maybe I'll. How many patties do you think we want on a typical smash burger? I've got.
I like two. I like two patties on my smash burger.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look at the what we're gonna.
But I wouldn't
end
divide
up
that much meat into two patties.
with. This is what we're gonna have when we're done.
That's not a smash burger.
No, that's. To me, that doesn't look like. I have another
No.
picture that I pulled down from the internet here. Okay, this one I think is more of a smash burger.
No, not even that. That doesn't even look too much like a smash
Well,
burger.
yeah, these example pictures are always misleading anyway.
Yeah,
They just put it
yeah,
on a
yeah,
cutting board and they think that's enough to make it look awesome. Okay, so I've got. I've got two roughly equal sized balls, and I have a small one. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna divide this one in two and divvy it up
Sure.
amongst the others.
Those look a little bit like those look pretty big, Henry.
Okay.
You want like? Do you have a digital scale by any chance that doesn't have white residue on it currently?
I mean, I have one that I use to send out my aprons, to weigh my aprons, which, by the way, are on sale. Thanks for bringing that up, actually, because I wanted to let people know we have a few in stock on the website.
That's good.
That was a
Go
nice
buy those
merch.
aprons, everybody. By the way,
Nice merch segue. No, I don't think so. But what you
yeah,
think
those
these are too
Henry,
big?
those two patties. Realistically, I think you could take each of those two balls and then turn those into a total of 4 balls.
Well, I'm just gonna do one then.
Yeah, well, one to make two. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it looks like I'm gonna have burgers galore. Have
This
you
makes
ever
me
had
want to make
product,
a smash burger tonight.
called burgoo.
Like Burgoo.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm sure
No,
somebody
I
in
can't.
chat is gonna know.
Cannot say that
Anybody
I
from
have.
Kentucky? It's pretty delicious. Everyone type force and says Bourgier. No, burgoo. It's a Kentucky thing. Okay, so I've cut these in half. So we probably have realistically.
Those look much better. Yeah.
Okay, these are probably about a quarter pound. Quanto says bird goo. No. Vendred says I came for the burgoo. Jay Vergs says Japanese burgoo.
Shout out Jay Vergs.
So there's definitely some evidence that it's a thing. Okay, so we have the balls. Now,
It's pretty even sized.
yeah, I think this came out
I'm
pretty
impressed.
good. I'm going to put these on a paper towel.
And the frying pan has been heating this whole time,
shit.
correct, Henry?
No, it has not.
All right.
Okay, I'm doing that
Awesome.
now. Okay, so
Wicked.
refrigerate for 3 days. We don't have time to do that. But
We've got we got a great question in the chat. Henry, are these burgers on a snot towel or is this a fresh towel?
Oh shit. I'm losing track actually. I think this was this one over here might have been the snot towel. But it's got mayo on it now too, so it's kind of hard to tell if that's just mayo. But anyway,
Are those happy towels or sad towels?
at the moment I think they're probably okay. The question though, and tell me if you agree with this. If you're making food for yourself and not in the context of a restaurant, I mean, you could basically wipe your ass with the stuff that you put the food on at that point. I mean,
Sure, yeah.
It's all going in the same place and coming out the same place.
This is correct. And coming out, yeah. But I mean, you will if you wipe your ass with it, you're guaranteed gonna probably give yourself food poisoning.
I guess so, but isn't it your own food poisoning that was already in you?
Nah, it doesn't. I don't. It's not. That's not the way it works.
I'm not a biologist, but Bert
Me neither.
Bufftug says, Henry, I think you should feel your balls to make sure they're not unusual lumps. No, these are actually extremely smooth. I'm pretty happy with the way these worked out. Okay, all right, everybody. I think we're getting off a little bit. So let's see. Let's stay focused. Cover the burger balls. When you're ready to cook, heat a large cast iron skillet, already ahead of their game, over high heat until super hot. Wow, it wants it super hot.
It's got to be very, very hot. Oh,
Interesting. Yeah. In fact, it says drop a tiny sprinkle of water to test it. If it immediately sizzles and bounces around and disappears, it's ready. No need to add oil. There's plenty of fat in the burger. Is that true? So remove the burgers from the fridge that's been freezing for 3 days or whatever, and sprinkle them with salt and pepper. We already did that. Place the balls in the skillet, leaving room for them to be smashed down. After 30 seconds, sorry everybody, I'm just looking at the recipe here. I have never
Don't
made
apologize,
this.
Henry. It's riveting. It's
okay,
riveting.
good. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to put my balls in the skillet, and I'm going to leave room for them to be smashed down. After 30 seconds of searing, I'm going to smash them all the way down until they can't be smashed no more with a large, heavy skillet. I think that's a dance song, actually. Smash it till you can't smash it no more. Leave them alone.
Henry.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. Just checking in with the chat again. Mr. Chandi has pointed out that do you have cheese that needs to be sliced prior to cooking these burgers, or is it already sliced cheese? How's that work? What do you got?
Great question. I've got cheese. What is that? Did you hear that?
I did not.
I heard a weird noise. It sounded like, every now and then a fucking ad comes up.
So we got ads for fucking, apparently.
Yeah, on the burger. It just says cheese any kind you choose. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got a fine cheddar chez here. It's a sharp cheddar. So yeah, good call. Sharp I think cheddar. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab another cutting board. And I'm just going to do a quick prep in the interest of time of our chez.
Do the cutting board just progressively get smaller and smaller?
I know. Okay. I'm just going to slice these up. I am starving, by the way. That might be one of the reasons.
That's really thick. You can go a little thin. You can go a little thinner than that, Henry.
Oh yeah. Okay, I like a lot of chez.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe you know what? Eat this one.
I've never been the type to tell a fellow professional chef what to do. I'd like to learn. So
everybody has their
I'll just
own
sit back and enjoy.
Sort of way of doing it.
Yeah. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm sure in any field. I'm sure if you're a heart surgeon or something, there'll be one guy saying, "What are you doing with that thing?" And the other guy's like, "This is the way I do it." I don't know.
The aorta. Yeah.
One guy's like, "I learned it on YouTube. You learned it in a fancy school. It doesn't make a difference."
Yeah,
we still
doesn't
got
matter.
there.
Potato.
Yeah,
for sure.
So we're gonna put these in there. I like to read a couple ahead of time. And thank you, by the way, whoever that was. Was that Fat Honger who gave us that advice about the cheese?
No, that was Mr. Chandi.
Mr. Chandi.
Fat Honger, though. Shout out the Fat Honger.
Yes. Thank you. And leave them alone and let them cook 3 to 4 minutes, or when the edges start to turn brown, we're going to flip them over. So I'm going to need a flipper. This sucker. Now, do we want a slutted one, or do we want to have just one of these?
I
one you can
mean,
kinda see
did.
through.
Do you have a metal? Do you have a metal one?
This is kind of cool. You can
Oh
see
shit!
through it.
It's fucking green screen on
Yeah,
that
it
thing.
tells me that my green screen is still on. It's affecting the white balance. All right, we're in business now. Do I have a metal one? No, I have a potato peeler.
No, that ain't gonna do it.
No, then I mean I got this.
Nope. No, that ain't gonna do it.
You know what? I've
Do you have
got this. Well, this I think is this a potato peeler, but it's kind of a spatula.
The fucking. Oh man.
I got all this shit that was left here by the previous owners.
You use that to peel potatoes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do this. All right. Fuck. See, now I'm starting to knock stuff over. I'm gonna move this. Over somewhere. Back here, I guess.
You would have a lot more room on your counter if you didn't have that fucking painting on there. Although I do enjoy the painting,
Yeah, the
but it's
painting. I just
it's
know
taking
people,
up a lot of real estate.
a lot of people come for the painting.
It is a beautiful painting.
Did you know that there was literally somebody screenshotted it? They were watching To Catch a Predator, and they saw that very painting in the background. It was in the background of the house that the guy sets up to bait the predators, and it's literally like so. I live here in Tinseltown, so I think this was they probably were done with the show, and then they sold it to or gave it to the Goodwill or whatever, and I picked it up thinking it looked great.
That house might have been a former sting house for To Catch a Predator. Like, did you find like old empties of Bartles and James and shit like that?
Yeah, actually, there are a lot of weird things in the back that were already here when I got here. Okay, here we go. I'm putting these things on here. Boom, boom. It's very hot. 30 seconds of searing, and we're gonna smash them down.
They're not seasoned at all. Oh my god.
And I'm gonna smash.
No,
it with
smash
this
them
stuff.
immediately. Smash them immediately.
Oh, really?
Oh
This
yeah.
guy wants me
smash
to-
them down. Put some parchment on that, Henry. Oh my fucking god.
I'm gonna use my other one. I need a better spatula. Fuck.
Not a single grain of salt anywhere to be seen, huh? Look at this.
Well, it smells good. Do you want me to get some salt on there, you said?
Please, please, for the love of God, get some salt on there. Salt
Okay.
and pepper on both sides. Can you get them any flat?
Can't find my fucking salt. Oh yeah, it's over here. Alright, got it. Some pepper too. We're doing it now.
Oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening for sure. Oh.
Wow, I'm gonna say that smells freaking delicious.
Can we flatten them at all anymore? Put something, put a piece of parchment on top of the beef. Put the spatula on top of the parchment. Put something heavy on top of the fucking spatula and press those fuckers down.
I'm sure I can do that. Is this gonna burn or no?
No. Now smash those fuckers.
I've got some weights. Should I use this?
Like action. Yes. Yeah. Perfect. That's perfect.
Holy shit.
Make sure you're pushing them down. Hell yeah. There you go. Make sure your exhaust fan's on too. You should have done one at
That's a lot of.
fucking 20.
It's a lot of weight.
The 24-hour fitness in there, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's see these fucking things. 40 pounds of pressure. I knew I picked a good one too. I fucking knew. When I said smash burgers, I knew it. Those could be a lot worse. Now let's get them flipped over, Henry.
Okay, you want to flip them?
Yeah.
Burger flipping is sort of my specialty.
Oh, good. Good. I'm excited for this.
Sure
make sure to get right in there.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck, it could be a lot worse. Oh, all right, Henry, now let's get those other two sides.
What's that?
Seasoned with some salt. Season those other two sides with some salt and pepper.
Oh, really? More salt and pepper.
You got it. It should have been seasoned before it went on there, but whatever. We gotta get it going. You got a good crust on them.
Okay, one thing I want to do.
Henry, you look fucking rattled. I'm not gonna lie.
I got a what?
You look a little rattled. You look like I've seen line cooks with that look on their face when there's like 50 chits on the board.
Yeah, this is a little tough. I
Henry,
also
let's get the
my
cheese
bun
on
ready.
top. Get the cheese. Get the cheese on top of the burgers, please.
Oh yeah.
They gotta melt. Cheese has to melt. If you have a lid, you can pop a lid on top of that thing.
I can put a
Turn the
plate.
heat down a little bit.
I do have a lid. It's not the right size, but
Doesn't matter.
okay, a little bit
Excellent.
of little peace and quiet here. So
There
this
you go.
guy, should I just microwave it?
No. Never microwave bread. Nope.
Toaster?
No. Toaster, yeah. I mean, ideally you would have done it on a flat top or whatever. But yeah, toaster will work.
I gotta unplug
The pan,
this.
there's not enough. It would have been best if you did it in the pan, but there's not enough room in the pan right now.
Yeah,
so,
I gotta unplug the Henry's Kitchen sign, but I notice you can't really see it anyway.
Yeah, I'm covering it. It's a nice sign though.
Oh.
You could take the meat out of the pan when it's done and do the. But I like this multitasking. Is what I like.
Okay.
This is good.
All right, so let's think ahead a little bit here. When the edges turn brown, flip them over. We already did that. Place a slice of cheese on top of each patty. Okay, so the cheese is here. When the cheese melts, you got about 2 minutes longer, and we're going to build it with toppings. So you know what? I'm going to start a makeshift assembly line, which is
Hell
something
yeah.
that I learned
You're
from
doing
Gordon
great, by
Ramsay.
the way, Henry. I gotta
Thank
tell
you,
you,
sir.
I would hire you.
Thank you, man. Okay, so let's grab this thing. This is mostly our toppings. We've got some mustard. We've got ketchup. A little bit of sugar. And again, all that. Oh, wait. We've got our... What happened to that sauce that we made?
Henry, you want to check on those burgers? Is the cheese melted on those burgers?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's either get them off the heat or turn it off entirely. Otherwise, they're going to be very much over.
Yeah. Okay. So. All
Oh
right.
fuck!
Yeah, this is very melted. Okay, so let's do this.
It's not even that bad. It's not even that bad.
Yeah, they're just a lot smaller than they were. I'm gonna put this aside while we get ready to build.
From what angle it didn't look great, but that doesn't look that bad actually.
Yeah, the camera
everything that
angles,
you've made
are
since
deceptive.
when we streamed together, Henry, everything that you make turns out fairly good.
Well, I mean, I've got a lot of
you know,
pressure. I mean, you're
relatively.
a fellow culinary expert, and I wouldn't want to fuck that up, you know. Fuck up in front of you. Okay, so here, let's see what's gonna happen here. I've got this stuff.
Oh, hi.
Good toast on the bread.
Mr. Chandi. Holy shit. Mr. Chandi.
Hell yeah, Chandi.
Must have really liked the cheese being added because Mr. Chandi just gifted 10 Tier 1 subs. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And now that I finally have a little moment here, I can thank a few other people here. JB's Tech cheered 169 bits and says, Can we settle a debate? Heinz is the best ketchup. Why do the others exist? Well, this one is Trader Joe's, so we'll see. Clouding Your Skies cheered a bit and says party. Thank you. Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to Dr. Ball Slapper. So, Chef Reactions, you've been on Twitch now for how long? 6 months? 5 months?
I've been on for like 2 years. I stopped for a while, but now I've been doing it for 6 months. Yeah.
Does it still blow
6
you away
months
when
so
you
far.
hear a sentence like Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to Dr. Ball Slapper? And then do you think, isn't it amazing progress that that's something that you wouldn't have understood at all 2 years ago or whatever?
Even a year ago, but you know what? I'm just happy that Dr. Ball Slapper could take some time away from their practice to join us.
Exactly. And that is
you go to ball slapping school for 4 years.
It's a lucrative practice, and it's also a little bit of one of those industrial complexes because there'll often be an anesthesiologist ready, and of course, if the ball slapper's doing great at his job, that person's going to need that guy, so you wind up spending twice as much. Pug Lady 2600 resubscribed. Thank you, Pug Lady. Munch Hotel cheered 144 bits and says this guy smashes. Crow Blooms. And I think that catches us up. Oh, who's this? XX Death by Fear cheered 200 bits and says looks great. I'm now wanting burgers. Oh, hell yeah. No, we're actually about 4 minutes from being complete here. I'm just going to put on a couple of toppings, probably starting with my mustard.
Henry, you've really worked on your economy of movement in the last since the last couple of times that we've.
I've been working on my kinesiology.
You can give it a shake before you squeeze it.
Well, wait, but should I use that sauce that I put in the fridge earlier? I don't know.
Ideally, yeah.
I don't know why we made it. It doesn't.
No, you don't need to put.
Okay. Here, let's get the sauce that we have. I don't understand why we. The recipe never said.
That's gonna be saucy as fuck with the ketchup on there too.
Well, my smash burgers are saucy, I guess.
You can put a little bit from the top onto the bottom, from the bottom to the top, make it a wet ass bun. You know.
Oh, you mean like do a little bit of this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit. I think we're about ready to go ahead and.
There you go. It's like opening up a fucking. Never mind. I'm not even.
Build this burger. These have cooled down a little bit. Let's grab. I'm gonna use the sludge.
Henry, I've been reminded by It's Kate in the chat that there are ads coming up soon.
Oh, yes. Let's do that.
We got an ad break.
Ad right now.
Henry's fucking red-faced today.
I know, man. This is ridiculous. Okay, we're going to show a 3-minute ad, and then we're going to build our burger. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Now, the way this works is if the subscribers are still here, then they're still watching. But also, I have juice, like burger juice all over this infrared. I have an infrared hot plate. Whew! There's a lot of hot stuff going on here.
Henry, you're in Los Angeles. I recommend that you seek out a place called Trip Burgers, TRIPP Burgers. They're a little pop-up that I had when I was out there, and they make very, very good smash burgers.
Oh, okay. Can you say the name of it again?
Trip Burgers, TRIPP Burgers.
TRIPP. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. We had a place called.
They're good.
What was the name of that place? There's a meat company. I think it's an Italian name, but I can't remember. It was pre-pandemic, and it was kind of the rage. But I don't know. These things pop up. There's Hi Ho Burgers, which is supposed to be good. But isn't there a place called Smash Burger? I feel like I've seen.
They're fucking everywhere.
So is
they're like
Smash
vape
Burger
stores
a
now.
brand
There's a
name?
Smash Burger place everywhere. No, it's just the technique of smashing the burger.
Oh, I see. Okay. JB's text says Fuddruckers in Burbank.
Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers. That's the original Burt Buff Tug. There's some of these names that are just completely harmless, and you could say them in front of a bunch of kids, but they just sound bad. Jay Vergs says, next time if you don't have fish sauce, use fist and cider. Great substitute. Okay, so I guess you could use a cider. So there's some types of ciders that are...
Yeah, fist and cider's good, tongue and cider's good.
So but these are cooking ciders. Like you wouldn't use these to...
Right.
Okay. So yeah, thanks Jay
Yeah,
Berg.
come in cider. Yeah.
We're going to try the fist and cider next time. Dark Ages says, I'm not sure.
The Cumin cider actually has a
well, that would be
it's
the
like
spice.
Mexican. You know what I mean? Like it's got like there's Mexican
sort of a taco
flavor profile.
I'm not sure how true it is. This is Dark Ages, but I've heard that a place very near me was one of the first places to make the smash burgers. Shoop's in Indiana. Yeah, it could very well be. Computer, can you tell us the history of the smash burger?
Here's what I found on Wikipedia. Smash Burger was founded in 2007 by two fast food industry veterans. Tom Ryan had previously helped to develop the stuffed crust pizza concept for Pizza Hut and later served as chief concept officer for McDonald's.
What?
And Rich Shaden was a former owner of Quiznos. The two launched the venture with private equity firm.
Oh, they're talking about the fast food place. It's the same asshole who put the cheese in the crust. Which,
that guy?
Yeah, like we didn't have enough cheese. Do you guys? Does anybody out there?
Your burger is dying a slow, painful death. By the way, I would take a bite out of that thing before it gets too cold. True story. I was at a restaurant once with my wife, and as I tend to do, I was seated looking at the kitchen, and they put a burger and fries up on the pass. The pass is the area between the kitchen and the front of house where the food gets picked up by the servers and gets run out. I watched that fucking burger sit there for 13 minutes until I finally got up and walked over to it and picked it up myself and handed it to the server and said, "Get this to the fucking table, or get a new one fired."
Well, that's a huge.
I went insane.
That's a huge pet peeve. Hold on. I'm gonna steal the roast beef cam for a second.
Do it. True story. Speaking of saying true story, if you haven't seen The Prison Experiment on Netflix, that's a interesting show to watch.
So now that the folks have come back from the break, I just want to show everybody what we did today. Chef reactions. This was the smash burger. We used 20-pound
fucking 20-pound dumbbells.
I mean, look at the fucking mess that we made in order to make a burger. But just know that if you ever want, sure, you could go out to a fast food place and just get a burger, but then you wouldn't have the feeling of accomplishment. I feel like we kind of did Mount Everest here. So
you burned some fucking calories today, for sure.
I did. I burned the exact calories that I'm going to probably get.
Consume. There you go.
So let's go ahead and do this now.
I've eaten way worse burgers than this, I guarantee it.
Yeah, well, maybe that's a little on the brown side. I'm not sure.
Why is it fucking concave on the inside?
I guess that was the weight.
It's a fucking crater, dude.
Yeah, no, maybe the weight was too much. But either way, we're doing this. Okay, so let's go ahead and...
Fucking Shia LaBeouf is about to pop out of here. There's so many holes in this book. Oh my god.
And then do you smash the burger itself also? Or just
sure.
I don't mind. I think I'm going to go with the 10-pound weight on this one, because I think the 20 was too much.
I'm not proud of that Holes movie joke, but it happened and we're moving on.
Oh yeah, no, I think any joke is okay as long as sometimes you sell it at different levels. It's like yeah.
Shyla smashed both. They aren't all. Most of mine aren't winners. That's a fact. But what are you? Oh, you smashed it again. I missed that part.
Oh
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. This is pretty smashed up at this point.
For those of you at home, you could back over it with your rear passenger side tire if you want to. At this point.
Okay, I want to make a presentation like they've gotten all these.
Oh, like a commercial.
Yeah, there we go. I think this looks pretty similar to the ones that they've got. This is our smash burger, everybody. If you want to see the example pic, I think it's pretty dead on. We didn't do all the.
When are you
onions and stuff.
when are you switching to the example pic? Oh, that was it. Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
I didn't even
this
notice.
one looks incredibly similar.
I did not even. I. You know those pictures where they're like they put two pictures up together and you're like point out 5 differences between these two pictures.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Oh,
with
there's
that
no
one.
way.
Yeah.
All right, before I take a bite of this sucker, I'm going to do really quickly. I want to give a shout out to all the people that make this show happen, and there's so many of you guys.
Hell yeah.
I can't sing it right now because I'm too stressed out, and also my burger's getting cold. So I'm just gonna run through it. I'm gonna do it like one of those country rap songs, kind of like Convoy or the Devil Went Down to Georgia. I'll do it that way. Here
Or
we go.
Beyonce's new album.
That's
You're a Beyonce of the kitchen.
I've only heard the one song and it's great, but I'm gonna try this old school, maybe a little like Johnny Cash's "I've Been Everywhere." Fucking Dingle Bob Dom Beef Hop Air 1110 Do Dingle Dog Ogle Dr. Flanges and Bacchus. Shane Yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, It's Kate, Kairosa, Daisy Blossom, Sir Doom, Bumble Vision, and the LGX, Pilskman, Melon 95, Blurry Little Quest, and Borsenvin and Dazzlecat. Nim Force and Moon Moon, XQC, Amaru, S-Fan, and Bonnie Rabbit 2. And don't forget Quanto, Chef Reactions, Bill Larkin Music, and our Tier 3 subscribers. And then there's usually a chorus at this point. Purple Donut Filling is Fruit, Parasitosis, Saguaro, Ooze, Oddbane, Toke My Nuts, Game Master Flash, Archmage Kale, Mochi's Nirvana, Sickly Boy, High 134, Chi, Essity Tis, Moe Melody, Alake _ Sexy Daddy 420. Everyone type Force and Nova Galarian, Tankerton, Borsons, and Ella with Jevius Tech, Clap Your Head. This is one of those things where if you showed just a quick snippet of what I would be doing 5 years into the future, like if you showed 5 years from now, I'd be like, end it all right now. Let's just skip that.
You know what you sound like?
What's
you
that?
sound like one of those TV evangelists that are about to like put their hand on somebody's forehead and fucking like push him back.
Like Hewitt.
That's what you sound like.
Gary Busey, ASMR, Zodiac Tone, Beelzebub, Henlips 1, Alexa, please fart for me, Burrito 55555, Johnny Pump 22, The Cheer Next Dinosaur, Nico Tazo, Henry Philippopoulos, Shandis 2, Gayfish 69, JV's Tech, Ransom GR, ACG Frog, Freezy Frog, Pancake King 2, Cat Food Taste Tester, Passion Error, Computer Help, Maros _ Nella Wallen, JSBX Fan, Midnight Faded, Michael Bublé 4422. Thanks everybody so much for all that you do. That's moderators, technical advisors, VIP contributors, guests like yourself, Chef Reactions.
No, I'm just happy to be here.
I don't think there's anybody who's online who doesn't know what you do, but I will say if you're not following Chef Reactions on whatever your preferred social media is, you should. I was just watching today the one you did with the was it a baboon or some kind of monkey or something?
It was I don't know the exact species.
That was unbelievable.
Well, I guess the species. I don't know what genus, species. I'm a fucking idiot. I worked in kitchens. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what kind of monkey it was. That's what I was trying to say there.
Phylum. Yeah, no.
Hardly know him.
Yeah. So it's great because it's like we want to see. We can all watch. Yeah, there's a monkey making food. That's sort of typical internet fodder, but we want to see it through your eyes and hear your reaction, and it's hilarious. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah,
coming from you, that means a lot. You are one of my favorite content creators out there. One of the funniest people I've ever met.
Thanks,
and
man.
Also, your crowd is very nice. They're always very welcoming of me, and I want to say thank you. Shout out to the chat,
Yes.
all your people here. Shout out to all my people that are here. I see you.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/chef reactions. So I appreciate all you Henry. What do you call your followers there? You have
The
a word like a
users.
cult for them?
The
Users?
yeah. And by the
Yeah,
way,
like drugs, right? Like a drug users?
we have 420 viewers right now, which is an amazing number.
Oh shit.
We literally have that number. I'll bet there's one dude
All right.
who's stoned who wants to watch, but he's like, well, fuck, I don't want to ruin the 420, so what do I do? Now it's 425, so
Yeah,
everybody can get back on board. But no, this is great. I'm glad that you're users. Yeah, so, and by the way, when I say users, I'm talking about using the platform Twitch or Discord. They might use drugs as well, but that's none of my business.
Ooh.
Unless I happen to be in a town where you want to share it. But no.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, a lot of the people that you see here have visited me on the road. We did Peoria, Davenport, Iowa. We did so many fun places. And
Did you do Zanies in Nashville? That's the one I always hear on podcasts.
Zany's Nashville, I mean, that was a second home for me years ago. I can't get in there anymore. That place got too big and I got too small, apparently. But I'll go back to Nashville anytime.
Nah, fuck that.
Are you going to Nashville?
I am going to Nashville in
Tell us your tour plans.
June in a couple. I don't have tour plans. I got to go do a bunch of shit in various places. Unlike you, I don't think people are looking to see me on tour. However, when you're on tour, I think not to let a cat out of the bag. Shout out roast beef, but I think there might be a chance that I might join you for one of those stops on tour potentially.
That would be
Let's not get into that too much. Let's leave them wanting more.
We'll announce the fuck out of that, but it'll probably be in the fall, and I'll make sure it's in a city that you're gonna want to check out their food. But
I'll make my way. But yeah, Nashville. I am open to some restaurant recommendations in Nashville. So hit me up on the old Twitter at Chef Reactions, or Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Let me know some good places to eat in Nashville.
Yeah, you're very accessible with your fans, which is awesome.
I try to be as much as I can. I get a lot of fucking messages, dude. Like it's hard to keep up. I wish I was better. Also, like sometimes when I respond to comments, I get in trouble because I tell people to go fuck themselves. So it's not always the best. But yeah, you get what you deserve sometimes. It's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, people are getting overwhelmed, by the way, with the fact that this is getting cool. I mean, Nella Wallen says...
Oh, I totally forgot that you haven't taken a bite of that thing yet.
Nella Wallen says, enough pussy farting around, eat the damn burger. and we also have Tubs of Slugs eats the damn burger. Okay, so here we go. Hank Boozle says, R.I.P. hot burger. Yeah, here we go.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna lose its beauty as soon as I eat this thing. I'm trying to get the angle so that you can see it. But here we go.
And give it a rating out of 10, Henry.
Based on how hungry I am, I'm gonna give it an 11. But I will say,
oh wow.
Some culinary experts might have a problem with how burned one of the patties was. But
yeah, and the crater in the back of the other one was a little off-putting. It looked like a golf ball landed in it.
Yeah, it really did. It was like it left a divot. So this is the smash burger. We did it. What's his face? Julius Caesar once said,
yep,
upon his decisive victory at Pontus, he said, "We fought, we conquered, we came." And
in that order?
Kind of. I don't remember the exact order. I always mix it up, but
because that sounds like a party.
We definitely did it. We did something. Thanks, It's Kate, for that heads up too about the ad. We did everything right. Basically, we had technical stuff worked. I mean, it made a fucking delicious burger that I'm gonna devour.
You killed it, brother. You did it in record time too. I think like your heart rate might have gotten to alarming levels at certain points in that. If you were wearing a Fitbit, it might have been going off. But you definitely you showed me a side of you that I didn't know you had, Henry. It was very like it was a lot of get up and go. It was good.
Thanks, man. Respect from the fans on YouTube is one thing, but getting respect from your culinary peers is a whole different level, and that's what I'm trying to achieve.
Culinary equals. We're culinary equals. Well, we're it's chef to chef.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
And speaking of, so I did a lot of physical activity that might be harmful for a 54-year-old man, but also, computer, is there anything harmful about cheeseburgers?
From Nutrineat.com, being high in cholesterol, cheeseburgers can be the cause of clogging of arteries, leading to heart disease.
Nah, that's just the computer being a pussy.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Nice try.
Arteries.
I don't believe
also,
that.
maybe some arteries are better off clogged. Maybe you want to clog that one up and route it someplace else.
That's what I'm saying. You're diverting traffic elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's just city planning, basically. JB's Tech cheered 3 bits. It says, my last penny. Thank you for giving us your last penny here at Henry's Kitchen. We needed it. Thanks, JB's Tech. Mega Gildy resubscribed. I don't see Borsenvin today. He's our resident Frenchman. Borsenvin is a VIP as well. And I don't see Mochi, so I guess they'll probably be watching it on the DVD afterward. Just a couple more. Steve and Kat resubscribed. My favorite cartoon, it sounds like. Clouding Your Skies, JB's Tech, Mega Gildy, JB's Tech again. All right, everybody. I'm going to say thank you very much. Thanks, Chef Reactions. This was awesome. Thanks for taking time.
Thanks for having me.
And, man, when you start doing shows in front of a live audience, you're going to have a great... I'll be there, and a lot of these users will be there as well.
Nah, it would not be good. I'll come to your show. I'll do a show with you, but that's about it. Everything else would suck.
We could show a video and we can comment on it. There's all kinds of stuff that we can do. So
I'm best in 3 to 5 minute bursts. Okay. I find I'm shocked people still watch when I talk for anything more than that. So I appreciate the kind words though.
Sure. Do you have a regular schedule on your Twitch?
I try to go Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but I've got a bunch of fucking traveling coming up. I will be back on this Friday. It's usually Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, except for on days that you and I stream. I will not be streaming this evening. So I will be back this Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/Chef Reactions.
Check it out, everybody. I know you've seen him on TikTok and all that, but check out the Twitch. It's a great hang. Thanks, Husky Boyo. Husky Boyo's my other internet buddy that we raid all the time. Says it was a great stream. Check out the Twitch. And all right, everybody. Well, thanks again, Chef Reactions. And thanks, everybody, for everything. And I'll see you on Sunday for another stream.
Bye, everybody.